What's up, everyone? You watch On Air with Nick Java podcast here on YouTube and Facebook. Hope you guys having a blessed day. This is going to be part 2 of 2 that we filmed recently with Gilbert Todd Jr. in collaboration with Z-Town Media. And in this section, guys, we actually go over the voters' questions that you guys submitted that I asked him on this particular video. Just to let you guys know, any commissioners that are running or mayors that are running, feel free to reach out to us. As of right now, it looks like we will be having Shannon Baxter on, Jessica Harrison on, and we're chatting now with Mayor Glenn York, Jesse Brown, and anyone who is running for commissioner. You guys reach out to me as well. We're going to do all of those as well as many people that want to reach out to me, as well as, Commissioner Quentin Miles. Would love to sit down with all of you guys and chat about policies and ideas and things from you guys' perspectives for the actual voters here. With that being said, I will not hold you guys up any longer. This is part 2 of 2. I will put part 1 in the comments below and hope you guys enjoy this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Nick Java podcast and ring that notification bell. And you'll be notified of all my upcoming video releases. Let's get it.
Hey, chill.
We appreciate you answering that, actually. There's reports of a serious personnel matter and conflict with the board. Can you clear the air on that situation for people?
Could you clarify that question?
Yeah, that was something somebody asked, one of the voters asked.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that was the
It does feel kind of vague.
Yeah, it was kind of redundant, but because that was the serious personnel.
Okay, that was the serious personnel.
Correct.
I got you. So your supporters and endorsers have come out and spoken against the current board, calling for them to resign. How do you intend to work with them if you're elected mayor?
Yeah, so one thing about me, Nick, is that I'm an eternal optimist, right? I feel like I can get along with anybody. I feel like I can find the common ground and I can see the good in anybody.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, the current board, they're residents of Zebulon, right? They have the same interests that I have. I want to make sure that I'm able to put my differences aside, right? And then just find that common ground, because as a leader, you have to be able to find what motivates those individuals that are on your team. So as mayor, it'll be my job to make sure that I can bridge those gaps.
That makes a lot of sense. We're going to jump over here to another question here. There's been a lot of talk here recently about Commissioner Quentin Miles, who is running, and there's questions on whether or not his primary residence is within town limits. Do you have any thoughts regarding any checks and balances that should be in place, or do you think that this really matters?
Yeah, I don't want to get into personal issues. I think it's important, as I said earlier, that the policies that are set in place, I think it's important that we adhere to those policies.
But don't you feel like it's not just a personal issue if somebody is a public servant?
Right. If somebody's a public servant, I think it's their duty and for them to do their due diligence and make sure that they are doing things the right way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recently interviewed George Roa, who's running for commissioner, and one of the ideas he proposed was implementing a social media policy to increase transparency around town meetings and decisions. Do you support that kind of initiative, or do you feel like the town's already doing well enough to keep citizens informed?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be open to the conversation. I'm always trying to be innovative and stay up with the current times, so I'd definitely be open to that conversation.
That's what's up. What's up. If you had been mayor over the last 4 years, what would have been some of the different things that you would have done that you've seen take place?
Yeah, so that's a great question, man. I'm glad you asked that. What I would have done differently is I would have done all that I could do, right, to manage the board, right? Okay. You got a board of commissioners, different personalities, different strengths, different weaknesses, and as the mayor, it's your job to make sure that you can facilitate that board, get those people, get them to a place where they can work together for the common good of the town. And so I would make sure, number one, that would be my first priority, making sure that the board is working together.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. What do you feel like the 3 biggest issues are right now in Zebulon? And how would you attack them head on if you were mayor?
So right now, I'm glad you asked that. They kind of align with what some of my platform is: truth, transparency, and togetherness. Okay. Right. I want to stand on the truth. Whatever the truth is, let's get the truth out. Yeah. And we can start from there. Transparency. Transparency means is whenever we meet as a board of commissioners and the mayor, there's a certain way we have to report that. There's a certain time frame where it has to be noticed. So we want to be transparent about everything that we're doing. And then the last piece is that togetherness, man. If we're not together, if the mayor, the board of commissioners, the town manager, department heads are not together, how can we lead a town, right? The town is looking to us to be shown how to lead. And so we've got to have those three: truth, transparency, and togetherness.
This next question is from one of the voters. Name one decision the current leadership made that you completely disagree with.
The current leadership has made.
Yeah.
If I had to look at one decision that they've made, it would probably be turning down the Zebulon South development.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a big deal.
Yes, sir. It's a very big deal.
Yeah, that's a whole crazy thing there. Correct. That's going on. What do you think about commissioners suing local citizens?
Yeah, so commissioners suing local citizens. I think what that does, man, is it puts people in awkward situations.
Yeah.
It makes it so that business owners, local citizens, it makes it so that they are actually afraid to voice their opinions, right? And your local leadership actually be giving you the opposite feel.
Yeah.
We should be encouraging people to speak out instead of stifling people's opinions.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have been talking on the For Zebulon by Zebulon page regarding that roundabout over by Hardee's.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on there? What's happening? What is that about?
Yeah. So
we just put roundabouts in now.
Yeah. So that was something that predated me. That was approved by the planning board, approved by the board of commissioners. So like I said, that was something that was approved.
So you're saying you're gonna straighten the road back out, take it out, straighten it.
That's not what I'm saying. Not at all. Not at all. But see, that goes back to we have a process, right? The developer for Cadence Meadows, right? They made an application. That application went to the planning board. The planning board looked at it. They were good with all the plans. They submitted to the board of commissioners. The board of commissioners were good with it, and so it signed up. So it's an approved project for Zebulon. So once it happens, it happens. That's why it's so important for our residents to stay involved, and so they know what types of things are coming. Because had they been involved when Cadence Meadows applied, they would have known, hey, a roundabout's coming as part of that project.
Right. And you know the crazy part is I was over there the other day grabbing something to eat at the BP Cuisine place.
Yeah. That's a good spot.
It is.
Can't get that everywhere you go, man.
No, you can't get that everywhere.
That's right.
And the crazy part was the Family Dollar right there is going out of business.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that too.
And I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
That place has been there. We got Dollar General though, so we're good.
Yeah, that's true, man. What's your stance on local business development? Are we doing enough to support small business owners here? You know, I hear from a lot of people that have businesses out here that it's a very long, drawn-out process that just drones on and on and on. Like if somebody wants to add, let's say, an outside area or like a deck, like patio area, or if somebody wants to, it's this year-long process. Like, and I'm sure every situation is different. Yeah. But that is one thing that I've heard a lot. What do you think? Would you do anything to change that?
Yeah. So the challenges that I've seen with that, see, our inspections, we coordinate with Wake County. Right, so Wake County government does our inspections for the town of Zebulon. Okay. So a lot of it has to do with the availability of Wake County inspectors. Oh, I see. Right, and so what I would do as mayor is to make sure that our town manager is staying in contact with Wake County inspections to make sure that this stuff is being expedited. Right, and just knowing who to talk to at Wake County can kind of speed that process up.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Are there any commissioners that you are actually on the same side of when it comes to a lot of the issues that you're running on?
Are there any commissioners that I'm on the same side of? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of common ground, a lot of ideals, and a lot of principles that I share with a few commissioners.
So you're saying no, man?
Not at all. No, I'm just joking. But no, seriously, I'm sure there are some commissioners that we share some of the same ideology.
To try to find common ground. Right. Because you've been really hammering that home, especially in this podcast, the idea of you want, to find common ground with people and actually, I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, because the thing is, if I love Zebulon, right, and the other commissioners love Zebulon, we should be able to come to some agreement on some things that need to be done because of that idea.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. If you watch some of the town hall meetings and you watch some of this stuff, it looks like Zebulon's really divided right now. Yeah. What would you do to bring the community back together?
But I think as mayor, I think it's very important that I show the type of leadership. I show the type of calmness, the type of peace that people can get behind and follow, and just kind of give people reassurance. Like, hey, you know what? Things are a little crazy right now. Right. But we will be okay. we've been here before, and things will happen the way they need to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your name is not the only one that's on the ballot coming up. What separates you from every other candidate?
Yeah, I think for mayor in particular, the thing that separates me from every other candidate is I've never been a commissioner.
Okay.
I've never been a part of Zebulon's local government. I have not pursued public office. This is my first go at it. The other piece is this: no other mayoral candidate has had any time as town manager. Right. I've been a public servant my entire career. Since I was 18 years old, I was in the Air Force.
Right.
After that, Department of Defense. After that, I was in Wake County government. After that, I was in the city of Raleigh.
Yeah.
After that, I was right back here in town of Zebulon. So my entire adult career has been in public service.
Yeah.
So I think that alone separates me from.
What would you say to people that could maybe say or be a little bit critical of the idea of you haven't ran for public office, right? And you're going straight for the mayor position.
Yeah.
What would you say to people that say, well, he's never been a commissioner, he doesn't have any experience?
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
Yeah, so what I would say is leadership is not built. There's different ways to get different types of experiences, right?
Okay.
And I've displayed that type of leadership in whatever level I've been in public service, right? So being a mayor really comes down to just being able to lead and motivate and bring people together.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've displayed, Nick, my entire career.
Right.
I manage people. That's what I do.
Absolutely. Is there anything you would like to tell people that might be on the fence, whether they're going to vote for you or whoever they're going to vote for?
Absolutely. Yeah, so basically, if you want to keep things the way that they've been for the past 4 years,
right,
vote for someone else.
Okay.
But if you're ready to see change, if
Yeah.
you're ready to see positive leadership,
Okay.
and if you're ready to see no nonsense, hey, this is right and this is wrong, vote for me.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That was strong.
Yes, sir.
I felt the energy.
Hey, good stuff, man. Yes, sir.